Now that you've made Jesus Lord over your finances and your financial life, what do you do next? Hi, I am Serene and I am your financial coach and wealth strategist. And what I do is I help women in their 40s and 50s achieve true financial freedom, peace, and wholeness, improve their relationship with God, increase their faith, all while giving them the strategies to help them create generational wealth through the stock market. So that's what I do. So I'm on this series where it says trusting God with finances, right? And how does that journey begin? So in my last video, so I asked that you watch it. I asked you to start making Jesus Christ Lord over your finances, right? Make him for me in my life, and it works for me, he is my chief financial officer. I make no decisions on my money. I don't care how much it is, big or small, without going to him first. And not only going to him first, sitting and waiting for an answer. So this video is all about what to do while you're sitting and waiting for an answer, right? Now, I don't know about you, but I've been in positions where I've made very bad financial decisions because I allowed my emotions to get the best of me. And that is because my emotions, which is my responsibility, were not subjected to Christ. They were not under subjected, right? So a lot of us make decisions around money based on emotion, right? So how do you control your emotions? How do you wait wait for an answer from God while you're waiting to make a decision around your money? Well, that is a very, I wouldn't say loaded question, but I'll just tell you what I do. I examine why I feel the way that I feel. I take the time and I go back to Holy Ghost and I ask him, why am I feeling frustrated Because I've done videos where I explain to you that when you're angry about money, that means, I believe you're dealing with something I've heard say this before, and I think I did a video on it. When you're angry about your money, no, I did it on my podcast. I do have a podcast, y'all. Sorry, plug, but I do have a podcast called the Kingdom Wealth Trifecta Podcast. It's on my YouTube page. But when you are frustrated with money, it's because you lack control. When you're depressed about money, that means that's an event that's happened in the past. But when you're angry or worried or fearful around money, that is an event that's happening right now. But you got to ask yourself why. You not ask you why, but you got to ask the Holy Ghost why you're frustrated, right? Why you're angry? Why are you? Because my thing was frustration, and the reason why is because I've been a person, in all real talk, who's always been in control of everything, and it was very hard for me to relinquish control to God, and that's the truth. I wasn't prideful. Well, I don't know, but frustration was my biggest thing because I was so used to being in control that when it was time for me to relinquish control and sit and wait and let God develop patience in me, it was a very, very hard thing for me to do. It was very hard, but I did it because the Bible tells us, let patience have his, I think it's in the book of James, he said, let patience have his perfect work and that you will be mature and lacking nothing. And I finally almost at the point in my life where I am mature and lacking nothing. Because as I address my emotional issues around money, as I began to acquire the Holy Ghost, that's when healing took place. That's what it is. That's when healing took place. That's when God began to pull back the layers of my life and be like, you need healing in this, baby girl. You need healing in that. And when God began to heal me, my trust in him began to grow. And at the same time, he began to provide for me in ways that I couldn't even begin to provide. The way he provided for me or is providing for me, because God is always providing for me. You have to understand and when I'm talking about providing, God is always providing for us, whether it be financially or any other way. But usually when God provides, it's a multifaceted thing. We just out here, we just want God to drop some money in our bank account. That's not how it works. God is always providing for us in multifaceted ways. So while God was healing me, he was providing for me. While God was helping me deal with the anger issues I had around my parents, because my parents didn't teach me about money or anything of that nature, he was still providing for me financially. Does that make sense? So it's not just you have to, when you're dealing with God, you have to allow him to provide for you in more than one way, and not just in money. But you have to address you in this situation. And that's where the healing comes in. Because here's the thing. God can't really bless you with what he really wants to give you unless you have healing in your soul. You have to be healed. And that is the thing you have to address while you're waiting for your answers from God. Why are you anxious? Why are you worried? Because I can guarantee you every bad financial decision that you've ever made in your life came from fear, anxiety, worry, or frustration. So this is my second video on learning or trusting God with finances. And so please like, follow, share, and join me for my next session. I love you guys to life. And if you want to know anything about what I do as a financial coach, DM me. I love you guys to life, and I'll talk with you soon.